equipped to deal with it. But just like the police can end up on the business end of a serious assailant, the ordinary citizen can get in the crossfire too.
My hands are up, bro. My hands are up. Watch it. Watch it. You're gonna kill him. What's your name? Your name's Joe. Hello, officer.
Most people probably won't carry a Kevlar vest in the trunk of their car, but if you want to, that's your business, just like it's your business to carry a firearm. No law enforcement agency, let alone a politician, can guarantee your safety 100% of the time. That's why you should have the right to protect yourself. You can find more reports at INFOWARS.com.
Well, coming up, Obama is considering 800,000 new guest worker visas at a time of unprecedented unemployment for the American people. But if that's not frustrating enough, now illegal aliens are fighting back against Americans who are taking their jobs from under the table. And then we've got more reports from Ferguson. Stay with us.
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of super male vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. So why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We may not have been able to get fluoride out of the water supply yet, but we can help to get it out of our bodies. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Let's take a stand against the globalist by blocking their poisons with Fluoride Shield. I use Fluoride Shield every day. Secure your Fluoride Shield and other pioneering formulations at InfoWarsLife.com today. Let's start cleansing our bodies now and support the info war at the same time. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
After meeting with a bevy of big business groups, Obama is considering an additional 800,000 guest worker visas via executive actions. Now, numerous companies like Microsoft and Cisco have massively laid off American workers while pushing the Obama administration for more guest worker visas at a time when scholars and studies from organizations on the left, right, and center have debunked this notion that there is a shortage of American high-tech workers. But he just wants to bring in 800,000 more. The Obama administration is also considering granting work permits for low-skilled industries as well. All of these actions are going to make it tougher for Americans at the bottom of the economic ladder to get jobs. Senator Jeff Sessions accused the Obama administration of actively working against the interests of the American worker. You don't say. It's the plan to just get us all in third world status. And now we have a story about Times Square costume characters. They are overwhelmingly illegal immigrants, and they profit off of copyright theft while pretending that they're not running a business at all. And now they want to use government regulations and unions to limit their competition.
About 2 weeks ago, it went viral when Spider-Man fought cops in Times Square. The New York Times interviewed many of them, looking behind the masks. They talked to a Mexican Elmo, an Ecuadorian SpongeBob, a Colombian Statue of Liberty, and another one from the Dominican Republic, Peruvian Toy Story characters, a Moroccan Spider-Man, a Colombian penguin. That's right, these costume characters are virtually all illegal aliens. They came here illegally, working menial jobs that paid very little. Then they learned they could buy unlicensed costumes from Peru and panhandle in Times Square. The Ecuadorian SpongeBob made $80 in just 5 hours on his first day.
Cookie!
Panhandling is against the law. Using someone else's copyrighted character in your business is against the law. But the New York Times gives them a pass, saying few performers seem to fully know the rules, in part because of language barriers. Many do not speak English. See, it's okay. They don't speak English. Illegal aliens are above all of our laws, including our copyright laws. Yet we're told that because of copyright violations, we have to hand over an internet kill switch to the government. They want to be able to instantly shut down any website on a mere accusation of copyright violation. And it's the very same companies that tolerate copyright violations in Times Square by illegal aliens that are screaming the loudest about internet control for copyright protection. Take Disney, for example. Except for these illegal costume characters, Disney has been incredibly aggressive in protecting their copyrights. They got a lot of bad publicity back in 1986 when they threatened 3 daycare centers with expensive lawsuits because they had painted Disney characters on their walls. Hanna-Barbera not only offered their characters as a replacement, they sent their own studio artists to paint the mural. Then 3 years later, Disney sued the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the people who do the Oscars, because they opened their Oscar show with Snow White and didn't get permission.
It is so exciting to be here tonight. There are stars out tonight. Stars with glamour are gleaming and bright.
It's a shame they didn't stop that performance with a prior restraining order. Then in 2008, in a case exactly like what's going on in Times Square, a couple with a children's party business performed for the kids in Winnie the Pooh costumes. Disney sent them a cease and desist letter, which they complied with, except the demand to send Disney the costume. Instead, they returned it to the unlicensed Peruvian company for credit. The same company illegals in Times Square prefer to get their costumes from. Disney slapped the couple with a $1 million lawsuit, plus attorney's fees. And at the time, Disney said this: without firm licensing agreements, the company noted, it cannot control the quality and nature of the performance, the quality of the costumes, or the quality and background of the individuals providing the performance. Disney has already seen its character turned into a sex toy story when an illegal Woody was arrested for sex abuse. Even Santa Claus has weighed in on the issue. That's right, the real Santa Claus, a monk in North Pole, Alaska, who's legally changed his name, wants licensing of these Times Square characters to screen out pedophiles. But illegal costume characters want regulations to shut out competition, especially those Americans who they say flout the law. What's the Spanish word for irony? But they seriously don't like Americans, calling them money-grubbing arrivistas, in other words, newcomers. Times Square, they say, is their territory. The panhandling illegal costume character business is for illegal aliens who started it. Yet these black market entrepreneurs truly understand the basis of most of our business regulation, and that is to keep out your competition. Now, if they want the government to come in and regulate those money-grubbing Americans, which laws are the illegal costume characters going to obey? Do they want New York City to give them a license to illegally use copyrights? Should we ignore their copyright theft and call them undocumented costume characters until they get a license from Disney or Sesame Street? Are they even trying to get a copyright license? They pretend they're not violating the copyrights by saying that they're just street performers and they're not doing this for a living. But when New York City put up signs this past weekend telling tourists that photos are free, tipping is optional, an illegal costume character named Juan Perez complained that his income had dropped from $80 to $15. Another, Claudia Arias, said, "We need to unite so people can see that this is our legitimate way of supporting our families." But wait, I thought they weren't doing this for money, because that would be panhandling and copyright infringement. Now that the illegal costume characters have been caught in a lie, they're going to unite, and they're going to create a union so they can have political clout in town hall. They've turned to La Fuente, an organization that has a history of lobbying in favor of illegal activity and demanding rights for those who actually flout the law. Illegal characters are above the law. Only those with political connections and lobbyists can stay in business or be allowed to work. Who would have thought that Cookie Monster could give us such a comprehensive lesson on our immigration policy?
Coming up, a community that is fed up with the martial law that has encompassed their city for the past few weeks demands that their voices be heard.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. I believe our research is conclusive. This is the best iodine out there. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com.
City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
This has an aftertaste.
Tastes like Austin water? Yeah, it does. Ugh.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered through the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
High quality H2O.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, Monsanto's deadly pesticide, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
Yeah, it has that processed flavor to it.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances and many more, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water.
Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Again, that's InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
What has been happening in Ferguson is appalling. The people there are fed up with being under martial law, and they're seeing that the police state is being built up around them like we are the terrorists and we are the enemies. Listen to the community's righteous rage when one member there goes on an epic rant.
No.
Even the people who have the free rights.
It's to keep the criminals out. It's keep the
Everybody's
agitators.
not a criminal.
I understand that. And that has affected us all. I didn't see you break into the store, I know, but they are, and they're, and
Do
they're,
they
and
not
they're,
have a right to be angry?
and they are
have
not.
a right to be angry, sir.
Okay.
What about their legitimate right to be angry? How do you own somebody else's anger? They're angry because they've been in this community and they've seen this stuff go on and on.
Hold on, y'all don't bone rush. Don't bone rush. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
That's right.
But I want to ask you one more question. Just one more.
I'm not answering one
When would the barricades
But
be moved?
I can tell you
I want to
this.
know when
I
they.
can tell you this.
When would the barricades be moved?
You have a right to be angry. But
That's
you
all
do
I
not
wanna know.
If anger means, I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Sure. Can you go get gas in the neighborhood you live in? Can you go eat in the neighborhood you live in? Can you get meat in the neighborhood you get in? So you're here saying, do they have a right to be angry? Do they have a right to tear stuff down? But you're gonna go home and get gas. You're gonna go home and eat. You're gonna go home and be comforted in your house.
But my grandma's
but
not.
don't come to this neighborhood and agitate the people and justify what's happening here.
And my grandma's not going to get gas. My 76-year-old grandma not going to get this. And all I wanted to ask Mr. Johnson is, when are they going to move the barricade so we can live our life? Because we're not all criminals. Just because you look like me don't make you a criminal. We not dogs. I can't move. My grandma is in the wheelchair. She can't get down here because she got a concrete block in front of our house. You want to go look at it? We can go. I'll take you in the house. We not criminals. Like he said, he's going to his home in that suburban community where it's the chirping of the birds and the crickets are chirping and the grass is green. And he's going to eat dinner with his family. But we're going to still go through this. And when I come out here at 9 o'clock in the morning to take my grandma to the doctor, I got to show 3 forms of ID 3 times. And I don't have it. That's why I'm mad.
You can tell that a lot of the locals in the area are very angry. One of the guys was shouting, when are you going to move the barricades out of my neighborhood so I can go to the grocery store, so I can move freely in my own neighborhood? You know, when am I going to be able to go back to the stores and help contribute to the economy? This entire town is collapsing. People are losing money. People save up their entire life savings and open up these small businesses to try and make a living to support their family, and they're unable to because of this police state that we now live in here, because of the martial law.
I will forever be a first sergeant and love America.